You know, anything I do is through love. That's what I evolved to be. And that's what I'm doing right now. You feel me?
So he gotta look good going into it, because right now, in the public's eye, he don't look that good, bro.
Oh, what'd he say?
To describe Puffy in one word is a bitch.
In the once glamorous world of Sean Diddy Combs, the clouds of scandal have gathered with a menacing intensity in 2023. This year marked a staggering unraveling for the entertainment mogul, whose empire and reputation faced seismic tremors, starting with an arrest that shook the foundations of his legacy. The bombshell dropped when Dwayne Davis, aka Keefe D, a Southside Crips member, was arrested in September for his alleged involvement in the assassination of Tupac Shakur. Keefe D had been a shadowy figure in the background of the hip-hop world until his startling confession, where he implicated Diddy as the mastermind behind the hit on Tupac and Suge Knight.
All these years later, we finally find out that it was Orlando Anderson who pulled the trigger, Keefe D who gave him the gun and set it up, and P. Diddy who paid them.
This accusation, detailed in Keefe D's memoir Compton Street Legend, and in various interviews painted a chilling picture. He claimed Sean Diddy Combs ordered the hit, telling me, "Man, I want to get rid of them dudes," referring to Tupac and Suge Knight. Diddy's response to these allegations was a categorical denial, dismissing Keefe D's account as pure fiction and completely ridiculous.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense.
But the spiral didn't stop there. Diddy's world was further rocked by a series of SA lawsuits. The most jarring among these was the accusation by his ex-partner Cassie Ventura. Cassie, who had shared over a decade of her life with Combs, accused him of sexual and physical abuse.
New lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, bringing some serious claims against the music mogul.
In an emotional display of solidarity, Aubrey O'Day and Dawn Richard, former members of Danity Kane, publicly supported Cassie. O'Day, in her poignant statement, said, "I am in full support of Cassie. It isn't easy to take on one of the most powerful people in this industry and be honest about your experience with them." These allegations snowballed into a public relations nightmare as two more women stepped forward, accusing Diddy of SA in the early 90s.
And hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs is facing another lawsuit over sexual assault allegations.
The gravity of these claims was underscored by a spokesperson for Diddy, who dismissed them as fabricated claims falsely alleging misconduct from over 30 years ago. Yet, the damage to Diddy's reputation was palpable, as social media platforms buzzed with discussions, debates, and condemnations, amplifying the public outcry against him. Each revelation, each allegation, seems to chip away at the facade of the empire Diddy had built, revealing a more troubling picture beneath the surface. The narrative of his downfall is being written in real time, with the public watching as the once unassailable icon faces the possibility of a tarnished legacy and potential legal jeopardy. In this unfolding drama, Diddy's story is transforming from one of triumph to a cautionary tale of how quickly fortune can turn, leaving even the mightiest of empires teetering on the brink.
But we've also heard that there's some secret lawsuit going on in New York City as it relates to Diddy, too.
And as the tumultuous narrative of Sean Diddy Combs' downfall unfolds, the impact ricochets beyond his professional sphere, deeply entrenching itself in his personal life and business dealings. The reverberations of his son's Dewey arrest added a poignant and distressing chapter to this saga. Justin Combs, Diddy's eldest son, found himself embroiled in legal trouble, arrested for driving under the influence in Beverly Hills. This incident not only spotlighted Justin's personal struggles, but also pulled his mother, Misa Hilton, into a public outpouring of frustration and dismay. Hilton's response, a blend of maternal fury and exasperation, was splashed across social media. In a series of since-deleted Instagram posts, she lambasted Diddy, hinting at his role in their son's downfall. Her words were sharp and unfiltered. "I'm not protecting no one anymore, just my son, and all the children. I love a come-to-Jesus moment." This statement, coupled with her criticism of Diddy's lifestyle, suggested a deep-seated disillusionment with the path their son had taken, ostensibly influenced by his father's choices and public persona. The familial strife intersected with professional tribulations when Diageo, a multinational company, announced the termination of its relationship with Diddy. This business fallout stemmed from a lawsuit Diddy had filed against the company, accusing them of racial discrimination and neglecting his brands. Diageo's response was stern, stating that Diddy's bad faith actions have clearly breached his contracts. The dissolution of this partnership, which had been a cornerstone of Diddy's business empire, signified a major setback, underscoring the gravity of his legal and financial challenges.
And he can't be honest with it. Ain't nothing he's doing right now, bruh.
Amidst these personal and business crises, Diddy's romantic life also suffered a blow. Young Miami, reportedly in a relationship with Diddy, took a step back in the wake of his legal drama. Sources close to the situation revealed that Young Miami, distancing herself from the controversies, sent someone to collect her belongings from Combs' mansion. This gesture, albeit silent, spoke volumes about the isolation Diddy faced, as allies and loved ones seemingly retreated in the face of his escalating legal and public relations nightmare. In a desperate bid to salvage his plummeting reputation amidst a cascade of controversies, Diddy attempted what appeared to be a grand gesture of goodwill. The music mogul, embroiled in a web of legal and public relations nightmares, announced a seemingly magnanimous decision to return publishing rights to artists signed under his Bad Boy Records label. However, this act of apparent benevolence soon turned sour, revealing the complexities and hidden resentments simmering beneath the surface of his once imperious empire.
However he got it, he used it and made millions off of it that helped him be a billionaire. And then he gonna give them back with nothing in the tank.
The backlash was swift and scathing. Not all artists under the Bad Boy umbrella felt the warmth of Diddy's generosity. B5, an R&B group who blossomed in the mid-2000s under Bad Boy, voiced their discontent. In an appearance on the We in Miami podcast, they expressed their sense of exclusion, saying, "We didn't hear anything, we didn't get no calls or nothing like that." From that, their demand was clear. Puff, Diddy, yeah, we all want our publishing too. Reflecting on their time with the label, they lamented their youthful naivety, questioning where the publishing at. Mark Curry, another former Bad Boy artist, echoed the sentiment of dissatisfaction, albeit with a sharper edge. In a raw Instagram video, he criticized Diddy's move as superficial and self-serving. "What's it worth now?" he questioned, revealing, "He gave me mine back a long time ago. That's disrespectful. I said, why don't you just keep it and pay me?" Curry's comments pointed to a deeper issue, the perceived lack of value in the returned rights. His analogy was telling, ever had somebody owe you $50? When you needed it back, they didn't pay you. Then by the time they do pay you, the $50 doesn't mean the same as it did when you need it. Curry's critique was not isolated. Diddy's history with his artists painted a complex picture of business dealings that many saw as exploitative. In 2009, Curry had released Dancing with the Devil, How Puff Burned the Bad Boys of Hip Hop, a book that delved into Diddy's shrewd business practices. His recent comments seemed to reaffirm his long-held views.
Craig Mack got thrown out the label. Who is we? Black Rob didn't get a chance to spend none of his money.
The situation was further complicated by the disclosure that Diddy had been offered a 9-figure sum for the Bad Boy catalog, but chose to return the rights to artists instead. While some saw this as a noble act of empowerment, others perceived it as a strategic move to absolve himself from past transgressions.
So for you, you don't think it's genuine. You think Puffy is just doing it for his image.
Diddy's own words on the matter, as reported in a Billboard cover story, seemed to strive for a tone of reflection and reform. "I was put in a position where I felt like I had to look in the mirror," he said, adding, "It was just the right and obvious thing to do, something I'm proud I did." Yet, these words rang hollow for some, as the gestures failed to erase years of discontent and allegations of unfair practices.
You know, he's saying we, Bad Boy we. No, it's Bad Boy you.
These failed attempts at redemption did little to alter the prevailing narrative. Instead, they added another layer to the unfolding drama of Diddy's downfall. Each criticism, each unmet expectation from former associates only served to underscore the growing perception of a mogul whose attempts to right past wrongs were seen as too little, too late. The once celebrated icon, now facing a maelstrom of legal and reputational challenges, seemed to be grappling with the consequences of his past actions, with each effort at atonement only highlighting the depth of his crisis. As the current turmoil in Diddy's world intensifies, the unmistakable signs of his escalating troubles become more pronounced. The convergence of legal disputes, public relations catastrophes, and unsuccessful attempts at repairing his image paint a stark picture of a man increasingly beset by conflicts and financial burdens. The costs associated with multiple lawsuits and allegations, especially the say charges that, if proven, carry the threat of imprisonment, suggest a significant financial and reputational drain. This looming possibility of jail time casts a long, ominous shadow over his future prospects.
And I say he's delusional. He said that Bad Boy would be remembered like on the level of Motown.
The disintegration of crucial business partnerships only compounds his difficulties. The end of his relationship with Diageo, a critical pillar of his business empire, signals a notable loss in revenue. This setback, along with the controversial decision to return publishing rights, a movie seen by many as a desperate attempt to salvage his public image, indicates a substantial financial outflow. His empire, once synonymous with success and influence in the music industry, is now showing signs of vulnerability, with income sources apparently diminishing amidst ongoing controversies. These accumulating conflicts and tribulations paint a grim picture. Diddy, once regarded as an invincible mogul in the entertainment industry, now finds himself mired in a labyrinth of legal, financial, and reputational dilemmas. With each emerging accusation and each botched attempt at damage control, the possibility of a prison sentence becomes more tangible. The threat of criminal charges adds a serious and foreboding aspect to his already precarious situation. As these controversies continue to unravel, the narrative of Diddy's life is rapidly transforming from an extraordinary success story to a cautionary tale of a swift and dramatic fall from grace. The unraveling saga of Sean Diddy Combs raises as many questions as it does eyebrows. Was Diddy's decision to return publishing rights a genuine act of repentance, or a calculated move to salvage his crumbling empire? And more importantly, can a legacy stained by such allegations and controversies ever truly be redeemed? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below with your take on Diddy's tumultuous journey. Do you believe his attempts at redemption are sincere or simply too little, too late? Until next time, keep your ear to the ground and your eyes on the stars. Farewell.